Welcome back to another video on the channel. In today's video, we're talking about the top followers for the northern part of the country. Let's get into it. Now, the northern part of the country is probably one of your best times of the year, because right now in the south, it's getting cooler, but up there, it's pretty cool. The bass are up shallow, they're chasing bait, and you can catch them on topwater. And a lot of other fun, non-slow moving baits. One of my personal favorites is the dang A-rig. Now, a lot of the up north is chasing smallmouth, but there is some good largemouth fishing too. But if you're fishing up north, I suggest getting the Hog Farmer mini rig, which is basically a smaller, more subtle A-rig, because fishing cave smallmouth, it's in the name, they're smaller mouths, so you can't throw your full size for big old swim baits you do down south to catch giant largemouth as you use to catch giant smallmouth, because a smaller A-rig will still catch a big smallmouth in the fall. Trust me, I've done it before. And then you pretty much throw that anywhere to cover water, but one of my favorite places to do it is the most obvious spots. Rock piles, one of the best spots to throw an A-rig on. You can slow roll it over the rock piles if you have that much confidence in the A-rig, but personally, I don't let my A-rig touch the rocks because I don't want to waste $32 just like that, okay? But you can get them weedless, but I don't really use it a lot for smallmouth because sometimes they'll kind of short strike you, so you want those open hooks to snag those smallmouth. And then number 2 bait is a dang top water walking bait. A top water walking bait, like the picture you're seeing on the screen right now, can be really effective to cover water and just overall just catch the bass that are in an active feeding mood, because they're chasing bait. They're chasing perch, they're chasing herring, they're chasing shad, they're chasing bait. So a baitfish style bait and a baitfish color. So like a white is probably one of the best options. A silvery chrome is probably the best option for smallmouth. If you're mainly fishing for largemouth, I'd say like a white. But smallmouth really love silvery colors. I don't know why, but it's like what they prefer, I guess you could say. But one of my favorites is the Giant Dog X. Now the Giant Dog X is a smaller, more finesse topwater. Again, smaller bass, small mouth. Don't have as big of a mouth as largemouth do down south in Texas, like where I am now. So you want to make sure that you have a bait that is the right size for the fish you're going after. And now the Giant Dog X is like 4 inches long or something like that. I don't know, but you can get him and you just walk him. You can fish them shallow, over grass, for largemouth, over rock piles. Again, fish the most obvious spots, most obvious ambush points, because they're getting refreshed with bass so much, because the bass are moving, they're chasing baits. So you might as well, because like their bass are moving, so the spots are continually getting replenished and replenished and replenished. But that means like the spot you caught them like an hour ago, they may be gone as well. So you don't really know until you fish for them. And then another one of my baits, number 3, has to be the jerkbait. Now, in my southern video, I said the soft jerkbait. But up north, you usually have a little bit less grass right now. Your grass is probably dead or dying off. So you can still fish it around grass. If you find live grass in the north, you hit the jackpot. You will catch thousands, not thousands. You will catch a bag of largemouth bass if you find live grass and stick in New York right now. So if you find live grass right now, you can catch a bag, because there's not a lot of it. So if you don't catch them, if you're like struggling, just literally go down the bank and just throw a lipless crankbait until you find lively grass, like snag grass on purpose until you find good grass. But with that saying, you can throw your jerkbait over those live grass patches or this Again, rock points. Great for smallmouth. My favorite jerkbait, Megabass Vision 110 Junior. It's a smaller jerkbait, again, for smaller bass. But doesn't mean the bass are small. You can still get to 5 pounds. This is probably one of the best times to catch your PB smallmouth, because all the big smallmouth are feeding up for the wintertime. Because you ain't going to be catching the smallmouth in New York in the wintertime because it's going to be frozen, okay? So you ain't going to be catching them in the wintertime, I'll just tell you that right now. So they're feeding up so they can get nice and full for the winter time. Bait numero 4. When this fishing gets tough, okay, it's clear skies, it's no wind, it's crystal clear water, the fish are pressured, a small bait fish profile. Like a small drop shot, that's what I'm saying. You're a bait fish profile bait. That is including strolling and drop shots. Because I feel like drop shots and strolling in this scenario work hand in hand. Like, that's my kind of like my 1-2 punch, you know what I mean? Like a drop shot, they get them close to the bottom, so if they're on the bottom, they're not active. But strolling, you see them on your live scope, you catch them out there, and you stick and slap them like that. If you like that. Or if you just hate strolling with every part of your soul and mind and body part in your body, well then don't do that. Just throw a drop shot. You guessed it, around boulders. But I like a small baitfish profile. Literally one of my favorites for drop shots is the Spro Pintail Minnow. It's like a small, like a 2.75 inches. And it's literally one of the best, if not the best, baitfish style profile drop shot bait, because it's just small and it has a lot of action for how small it really is. Now, one of my favorites for strolling, 2.8 inch Kitech is a great swim bait option. Not for strolling, for smaller swim baits, I like a 2.8 inch Kitech. Just thinking, wind them and grind them, son. But my favorite strolling baits, okay, 3-inch spunk shot. I like a little 1/8 ounce or 16th ounce head. Again, we're finesse. They've slowed down, they've shut down, they're gone. Okay, just fishing them slowly. Okay, and then if you haven't seen the Elite series, actually I have 6 for y'all, because another one really good for catching big smallmouth. You haven't seen the Elite series at all, you've or MLF, and they fished up north a little bit. You've seen a little bit of a pattern. They have been catching them on jigs with Ned rigs with a lot of appendages. So if you can get like a small finesse football jig, and that'll really work to catch those finessier bass too, with like again bluebird conditions and everything. So you can get that really good option as well. And then my last option. Oh wait, where to throw it? Rock piles. I'm just saying, rock piles literally are one of the best options to catch them in the fall time. But my last and final bait for northern is a big swim bait, son. I'm talking about a 6-inch or 5-inch swim baits to catch those slab stinking smallmouth. Now, just because they're smallmouth doesn't mean that you can't still throw big swim baits for them. One of my personal favorites being a 6-inch mag draft to catch, I'm talking jumbo smallmouth. You may and you probably will catch the smallmouth of your life if we do a 6-inch mag draft. So I'm shoot again, rock piles. Woo, sunny. I mean, telling you that. Okay, another good way to catch them is just on stinking rolling them on flats. Just rolling and going them on flats is a really great way to catch them as well. Just put it the big swim bait. But that is all the baits in today's video. Hope y'all enjoyed this one. Hope y'all smallmouth fishermen enjoyed this one as well. If you have any thoughts of what other baits I should add, or what other video ideas, I need video ideas, man. Because right now, let me show you. I am injured right now. That is the remnants of when I got sliced open on a metal T-post fishing out of ponds because I jumped the fence, didn't land right, just landed right on a T-post, and I cut my leg right about, so it starts about like right here, goes up, has a little bit like probably goes up right here. It has a V going this way and a V going that way. So I mean, like, yeah, it's pretty bad, but I'll get back to fishing as soon as I possibly can. So if y'all enjoyed this video, subscribe to the channel because I need a sub, man. I'm trying to get to 500 by the end of next year's summer, so I can start getting some cash money. So yeah, so hope y'all enjoyed this one. So peace out, get a big one.